Hello and welcome to Yoga for Golfers. I'm Christel and today we're going to focus on balance. As you well know, when we take a full swing and we take the club back and we follow through, we need to have a good balance in order to execute the full swing and hit the ball properly. So let's start by lying down on our back and extend the left leg. Keep the left leg active. Bend the right knee and place both hands on top of your right knee and pull the right knee towards your chest. Keep the left leg active and take nice 3 deep breaths. Really keep pulling your leg towards you. And then raise your right foot towards the ceiling. So the sole of your foot is facing the ceiling and bring your ankle on top of your right knee. And then grab hold of your right foot if you can. If you can't, use a belt. And place it on the ball of your foot. And pull the right knee towards the side of your chest to come into a half happy baby. And again, take 3 nice deep breaths. And every time you breathe out, just try to bring your right knee closer to the mat. Keep the left leg active. One last breath. And now extend your right leg towards the ceiling. So again, if you need to use your belt, place it on the top of a ball of your right foot. And keep hold of the belt. If you can also grab hold of your big toe with your index finger and middle finger. And take nice 3 deep breaths. Keep the left leg active. Try to keep the right leg active as well. Keep the foot flexed. The kneecap is engaged, is lifted. And then gently you're going to keep holding on to your belt or your big toe, depending on where you are. Gently drop your right leg over to your right. Just let gravity do the work. And then just again take a deep breath in, 5 deep breaths. And you may find that your leg is going to reach the floor. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Just breathe into that deep stretch. Place your left hand on your left hip. Keep pushing your left hip on the floor. And then gently bring your leg back through center. Bend the right knee. Bend the left knee. Bring both knees into your chest and hug your knees. You may want to sway from side to side. Same on the other side, so this time extend the right leg on the mat. And then press the left knee towards your chest, using both hands. Keep the right leg active, 3 deep breaths. Keep pulling your left knee. And then lift your left foot towards the ceiling, so the sole of your left foot is facing the ceiling. And again, you can use a belt if you want to and place it on the ball of your left foot. And hold onto your belt with your left hand. Or if you can, grab hold of your left foot on the outside edge with your left hand and keep pulling towards you. Try to keep the right leg active, 3 deep breaths. And then extend the left leg towards the ceiling. And again, if you need to use your belt, place it on the ball of your foot. If otherwise, you can grab hold of your big left toe with your index finger and middle finger. And then you're going to gently drop your left leg over to the left and let gravity do the work. Take 5 deep breaths. Your legs might reach the floor. If it doesn't, it's okay. Just place your right hand on your right hip to keep pushing your right hip on the floor. Try to keep both hips on the mat. You may find on one side is easier than the other side as well. And then gently bring your left leg back to center. Bend both knees and bring both knees into your chest. Hug your knees. Sway from side to side. Place your hands behind your knees and then rock back and forth a few times. Give yourself a little back massage at the same time and then come into seated position. So open your legs wide. Wide-legged seat. You may want to remove the flesh out of the way. You sit it on your sit bones. And then gently start to take a nice deep breath in, extend your spine, and then gently walk your hands away from you. Make sure the spine is straight. Try to keep both legs active. Again, 5 deep breaths. Keep the chest open, keep the shoulders down. Just gently look forward. Try to keep the shoulder blades close together. And breathe in this very deep forward fold. You may not be able to go very far, and that's okay. The most important is to keep your spine straight and then gently walk your hands back towards you. Bend the right knee, bring the right foot next to your left thigh. Turn your chest to face the left leg, and then again, taking a nice deep breath in, extend the spine, and then gently lower your chest closer to your thigh, leading from the heart. Keep the spine straight, and then walk your feet towards, your hands towards your feet, Take a nice deep breath. We're going to do 3 deep breaths. And then if you can, lower your forehead onto your knee, grab hold of your foot. And then gently walk your hands back towards you. Bring your chest to face forward. Place your left hand on your right knee, right hand behind. Take a nice deep breath in. Extend the spine and then gently twist over to the right. Just look sideways, don't force your neck. And then gently come back to center. This time we extend the right leg, bend the left knee, bring the left foot next to the right thigh. Make sure your chest is facing the right leg. And then gently walk your hands away from you. Remember, keep the shoulders down, the spine straight, shoulder blades together, lead from the heart. And again, 3 deep breath. So extend the spine on the in-breath and then gently lower yourself on the out-breath. You may not be able to go very far. Again, you can use your belt and place it on the ball of your foot to use it as traction to lower yourself. And if you can grab hold of your foot and then lower your forehead onto the knee. Nice deep breath. And then walk your hands back towards you. Now we're going to come onto all 4. So make sure that your wrists are above, your shoulders are above your wrist and your hips above your knees. It's going to be easier like this. And we're going to do a few cat and cow. So take a nice deep breath in. Tilt your pelvis toward the ceiling. Sit bones facing towards the ceiling. Bring your tummy closer to the mat. Keep the chest open. Gently look up. And then breathe out. Tuck the tailbone under. Bring the navel to the spine to engage the core. Bring the chin to the chest. And then push with your hands and your knees to round the spine as much as you can. Really push with your hands to move every vertebra in the spine and then come back into cow. So again, sit bone towards the ceiling. Create a nice arch in your lower back and your back. Bring the tummy closer to the mat. Open the chest and look up. And then breathe out, tuck the tailbone under, bring the navel to the spine. Bring the chin to the chest, push with your hands and your knees, round the spine as much as you can. Well done. And then we all we come back into neutral. This time push with your right hand against the mat and the left knee. And then once you're very stable and you're sure you're not going to move your body, only then lift the left leg and the right leg up. So really keep extending the left arm, keep the right leg active, the foot is flexed, keep pushing with your right hand. 3 deep breaths. Feel the core engaged. And breathe. Well done. Then release. This time you're going to step the right foot forward next to your right hand. And then you're going to bend the left knee. Push with the left hand and try to grab hold of your left foot with your right hand. Open the chest, gently look up. Come into a big quad stretch. Working the legs today. Really keep pulling your foot, but not too much. Remember, listen to your body. Don't overdo it. And then gently release. And then come back onto all four. Same on the other side. So push with the left hand and the right knee against the mat. And once you're very stable, and only then, lift the right arm and the left leg up. Keep reaching forward. Keep the left foot flexed. Keep pushing with your left hand to keep yourself lifted. You should feel the core engaged. 3 deep breaths. And then gently release. This time step the left foot forward next to your left hand. And then bend the right knee. You may need to shift it a little bit to the back. Bend the right knee and then grab hold of your right foot with your left hand. If you can, if you can't, grab hold of the ankle. And then open the chest over to the left. Gently look up and pull your right foot closer to you to really stretch your quad muscle, your right quad muscle. The more you're going to pull it, the more you're going to stretch it. Once you've done your 3 deep breaths, release. And then come back onto all four. From there, you're going to open your knees mat width distance apart. Come and sit on your heels and stretch your hands forward to come into a child's pose. Keep extending the spine. Keep bringing the sit bones toward the heels. And then come back onto all four. Bring your knees back together. You're going to tuck your toes under and then come into a downward dog. So keep pushing with your fingers. Keep pushing with your hands. Spread your fingers. Push with your hands. Keep lifting your sit bone towards the ceiling. Engage the legs. Push your heels towards the mat. And 3 deep breaths. Remember, keep pushing with your hands. Keep lifting the sit bones. Keep the ribs in. Well done. And then step to the front of your mat. Gently bend your knees and then let's come into a forward fold. Bend your knees gently, bring your chest close to your thighs. You may want to grab hold of opposite elbows and just let gravity again do the work. Take a nice deep breath. You may want to sway from side to side. And then release your hands. And then you're going to gently roll up into standing, 1 vertebra at a time. Be very gentle. Well done. So now we are at the front of the mat. So come into mountain pose or Tadasana. So make sure your feet are hip distance apart with the weight of your body in your heels. The legs are engaged, bring the tailbone under. Engage the core by bringing the tummy closer to the spine. Arms alongside your body. Raise your arms up toward the ceiling, look up. And then fall forward, Swan Dive, so arms come by the side until your hands reach the mat or as low as you can. Come into a halfway lift. So extend the spine, make sure your chest is parallel to the floor and extend the spine. So bring the tailbone towards the back of the mat and the collarbones forward. Release the hands back on the mat and then step the right foot back. Step the left foot back to come into a high plank. So again, you're engaging the core. Look between your hands. Keep pushing the heels toward the back of the mat and try to bring the top of your head forward. So you're still extending the spine. Well done. And then you're going to lower your knees on the mat. Lower your chest down and forward, keeping your elbows by your side, as gently as you can. Push with your hands, lift your head and your chest to come into a mini cobra. Then you release your head back down. You push back onto all four. You tuck your toes under and you lift your sit bone against towards the ceiling. You step the right foot back, the left foot back. Gently release down. Come into a half lift. Extend the spine. Release back down. And then gently bend your knees. Bring your arms toward the ceiling. And bring your hands into prayer in front of you. So that was sun salutation. And we're going to do the other side this time. Raise your arms up. And again, fold forwards, hands on the mat. Halfway lift. Extend the spine. Bring the tailbone towards the back of the mat. Release your hands back on the mat. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Come into high plank. Hold it. 3 deep breaths. Look between your hands. Keep pushing your heels toward the back of the mat. And then drop your knees on the mat. Lower your chest down and forward. Keep your elbows by your side. Push with your hands. Lift your chest up and forward to come into mini cobra. You can also come all the way into cobra if you wanted to. But be careful if you feel anything in your lower back, any pinching. Just don't lower yourself back down. Okay, just be careful. And then come back into all four. Tuck your toes under. Come back into downward dog. Step the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Bend your knees. Gently release. Come into a halfway lift. Extend the spine. Release your hand back on the mat. And then gently raise, roll your spine up. Extend your arms to the ceiling. And then bring your hands into Namaste. We're going to come into a wide-legged stance. So open your legs as wide as you can on the side of your mat. Place your hands on your hips and then gently lower your chest down and forward. Try to make sure that your hips stay in line with your feet. And you can stay there for 2 breaths. And then place your hands on the floor and walk your hands towards behind you, as far back as you can. Release the neck and breathe 3 deep breaths. Walk your hands back in front of you. This time, grab hold of your right ankle with your left hand and raise your right arm toward the ceiling. Try to really bring the right shoulder on top of the left shoulder. You can look up or you can look down, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then lower your right hand back. This time bring your right hand to your left foot. Grab hold of your left ankle if you can. And then open your chest, extend the left arm toward the ceiling. Try to keep your weight towards your toes, on the ball of your feet. And then gently release. And then we're going to bring your feet back together. Walk your feet back together. And then keep them as wide though as you need to come into Malasana, into a Yogic Squat. Bring your hands together and push your knees apart using your elbows. From there, push with your feet against the mat and come into a standing position. Well done. Now bring your feet hip distance apart again. And you're going to put the weight of your body onto your left leg and bend the right knee and hold your right knee against your chest. Just find the balance. Find a focus point or drishti. Could be something on the wall, on the floor, something that doesn't move to help you find your balance. And then you're going to gently, if you can, bring your right foot against your left thigh. If that's too difficult, you can either simply rest your right foot against your left ankle, or rest your right foot against your left calf muscle, but never ever against the knee, okay? So it's either the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. So make sure you're facing forward. Find your focus point. And if you can either keep your hands, bring your hands into prayer in front of you. You can bring them above your head. Or to come into a full tree pose, you can open your arms. Remember, 3 deep breaths. Focus. Find your balance. And then gently release your right foot on the mat. We're going to go straight onto the other side. So bring your weight of your body onto your right leg. Bend your left knee and bring your left knee into your chest. Hold it with both hands. Interlace your fingers. Find your focus point. And then from there, so again, you've got a choice. You can either rest your left foot against your right ankle, against your right calf muscle, or if you can, rest your left foot against your right thigh. Keep facing forward. And then bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. You can bring them above your head, or you can open your arms to come into a full tree pose. If you really want to challenge, you can close your eyes. That becomes really hard. So hold it for 3 breaths. Keep reaching up. Really well done. And then gently release your left foot. Shake your legs a little bit. And then we're going to come and sit on the mat. Lower yourself using your core muscle. Bring your knees into your chest. Hug your knees. You can sway from side to side. And then gently bring the right leg on top of the left leg. Open your arms by your side. And then gently drop your legs over to the left. And if you can turn your head to look to the right. Just make sure both shoulders stay on the mat. You can also look towards the ceiling, whatever feels comfortable for your neck. Take a nice deep breath here. Remember, all these movements are really beneficial for the golf swing. Spinal twists are really key, so which is why I've always add a lot of spinal twist in the practice. Then bring your knees back to center. Bring your hips back to center. This time you can bring your hips a little bit to the left. Bring the left leg on top of the right leg. Drop your knees over to the right and then gently look over to your left. And really take nice deep breaths. And then when you have your 3 deep breaths, bring your knees back to center. Bring the hips back to center. And then gently come into a nice little final relaxation of Shavasana. So extend your legs on the mat, bring your arms alongside your body, palms facing up, and touch your shoulder blades underneath. Shut your eyes and just take a few minutes there to let your body integrate the session. And then when you're ready, Stay there for as long as you want. You're going to come and roll onto your right side. Lift yourself back up into a seated position of your choice. And then thank you very much for practicing with me today. There will be more videos to help you with your golf incoming in the future. Please leave me any feedback underneath in the comments box. I'd be very interested to hear your comments. Thank you very much again for practicing with me. Namaste.